When most Americans are born, they are welcomed into the world with a name and a birth certificate. But for many members of the Navajo Nation who were born at home, their births went undocumented by the state. In this investigative piece, reporter Emani Payne uncovers just what the lack of that piece of paper restricts American Indians from accomplishing and how a new policy might help bring about reform.
What would you do if after 60+ years you discovered that the state in which you reside has no documentation of your existence?
If you don't have a birth certificate, you are not a citizen of the state of Arizona.
This is a problem many elder members of the Navajo Nation are now facing.
Almost everyone in my age are born at home. When there was no road, when the hospitals were so far away, and the transportation was limited.
Because of this, many American Indian births were never registered with the state. And many believe they didn't even need a birth certificate until they found out it prohibited them from applying for state benefits like Medicare and Social Security, or even traveling, something one elder learned the hard way. I've been applying for many years, she says. I receive benefits from Social Security and veterans benefits as well, and they require a birth certificate now. Without it, I can no longer receive my benefits. Members of the Navajo Nation are gathered here today in hopes to finally receive their birth certificate and be able to claim their identity. But what they're quickly finding out is that it's a very complicated and lengthy process, and something as simple as a misspelled last name can keep them from receiving one of these. On top of the language barrier, the required 7 forms of identification and a statement from a person 10 years older than you who witnessed your birth presents a heightened challenge for applicants.
A self-addressed stamp envelope, the no birth record, the tribal affidavit of birth, Indian Affairs family census card. Now this is ready to be submitted to the state.
They spend years, some 10, 20, 30, even 40 years trying to get a birth certificate from the state office.
I just recently last year got my birth certificate. I'm 65 years old, and one of the challenges is the frustration of waiting, coming up with documents and waiting, and then you give up. And that's kind of what I did.
However, a new policy only requiring 2 forms of identification and 4 birth facts is making it much easier for American Indians to reclaim their identity.
I guess now I have an identity. I know who I am. I know where I was born.
Reporting in Tuba City, Arizona, I'm Emani Payne.